This is Icarus, and this is full time towards east southeast, towards like Cuba, Florida. This is full time dedicated to that. This is one of my most powerful bubbles too. And that Q in the middle, that's just coincidence. This is Pegasus, and this one's facing towards Hurricane Hillary now, towards like west, pretty much west from Houston. And this one's Griffin, and this one's pointed towards Florida also, towards the Gulf, towards Africa kind of, because I'm stopping all the hurricanes coming in the Gulf. They won't even form now, or they won't fully form and come into the Gulf. That's what I'm aiming for. Hello, it's August 19th, and it came to my attention this hurricane over here on the Pacific side, and so it got to Pegasus' attention, so I turned it that way, and I wanted to show you. Okay, when it's very dark, like right there, and a little bit before that, look how pronounced that eye is. And as soon as I turn Pegasus that way, that's about when it starts getting hit. It starts tearing it apart. So I've only turned Pegasus that way like overnight. So it's been hitting it for probably 12 hours or something like that. 10 hours. And you see how it's destroyed almost already. It's still in the water. But see how red and dark and pronounced the eye is? That's not really that normal in the Pacific side this time of year. But anyway, it's very rare. And it's jumping. See how it jumps up here? The dark spots, that's not normal either, folks. It's how it just jumps up here and is trying to get to California. How they predicted it's going to happen. It's because they're doing it. See how dark and red it is? Okay, so I'm in Houston. I point Pegasus this way because I wanted to like catch it and try to steer it towards China. So keep it away from the United States. So as soon as it hits my field, you can see it coming apart already. It's all spiking, and the red, the really round red center, it's black really, but see how perfectly round it is? Well, it starts wobbling once it hits my field right there. It starts hitting it, and it starts wobbling and getting smaller and starts turning green. Instead of all that black and red, it starts turning green and it starts coming apart. Still in the water. Or it's about to hit Baja, actually, which is a pretty long strip of Mexico. And that's just the outer bands hitting it. But see, it jumped all the way up here into the continental United States. You know how far that is? And then it jumped even higher over here. That's like hundreds of miles. That's not normal either. See how it's spawning these things and they're jumping up there? Okay, so anyway, I just want to show you the effects of it. I'll show you a couple more shots of it. There's the equatorial. That's less time. That's the last 24 hours. I had it set to the last 200 hours over there. But that's right now. That's 48 hours. And I still have the whole east side very clear and clean. And just like I vowed, I'm not going to let any hurricanes form or even develop anywhere around the Gulf or around me. Pretty much the whole East Coast now. You can see how dark that is. Once I turn 3 satellite dishes this way, it's over. Those storms over here in Africa have no chance, really. So we'll see what happens. But this thing right here is not going to do all the damage they said it would. And that's just from one radar dish that's it's not active. It doesn't have a Tesla coil. It doesn't have an infrared light on it. Those are like special weapons. Those are like nitrous for a Corvette. if I really need it. But I don't really need it. You can see that one dish alone can handle it by itself. Pegasus. Look at that. Remember, it's getting hit from over here. So as soon as it goes in the field, it starts coming apart, slicing it layer by layer like an onion, making it come apart until it's pretty much just tropical rain, green. See how it's spiking up here? And it was like pretty pronounced. There's nothing that should have stopped it along the way. It's going up, it's gaining momentum. Boom, it hits Pegasus. It starts jumping over here because it hurts it, it's burning it, and it starts tearing it apart. So please excuse the graphic editing. I can't help myself. This is fun to me. I told you I was hunting hurricanes. I'm not joking. You know how far that is from Houston? I know I sound crazy, but if you watch all my videos and the basic theory of how Orgone works and how you can just put a Orgone pyramid and point it at a cloud and it'll pop. It'll disintegrate right in front of your eyes in seconds. So just apply that in big time terms if you can focus all that with a bunch of them. That's what I'm doing. And if you put a piece of Orgone in the freezer with water anywhere near it, like in a big glass, it's going to freeze like a tornado like that. It freezes like that, like a 3D tornado. So that shows you what it structures the air molecules. So it disrupts, it structures everything, it balances everything. So this is not natural, it structures that too with a long wave. This is for Maui. I'll keep tab on this thing when it hits land. It's not supposed to hit till tomorrow, actually, I think. So we'll see what happens to it. But you can bet once I'm on it, it's not going to last that long. It's going to be minimal. When it hits, it's just going to be green. You see how it's already come apart so far. From that overnight, right when I put Pegasus on it, it mysteriously comes apart, like pretty bad too, not just a little bit. Like that thing is a carcass. So anyway, I'll get back, I'll do another video and see where it's going. Thank you, have a good one. Oh, hold on, I wanted to show you a picture of a face that it's making. Remember the faces? Well, every day there's a face. This one is a double face. Up here it's like a cat. You can see like the ears, and it's got his mouth is going like a cartoon. Here's an eye, here's another eye, and then the bottom side of it is an alien, and you can see his two eyes right here and a nose, and he's looking down. I'm right here in Houston, so every time these faces appear of this shining that I've noticed, they're always around eye level to Houston, like they're looking at me. And not just that, a couple of them look like me actually. Like that one, it looks like Mighty Mouse. You see that? Here's the ears, here's the black hair, here's the two eyes. This is Texas, you can see the outline of it. Sorry it's so small. And here's Houston, so it's pretty much eye level too. See the two eyes, here's the mouth, he's like smirking. That's a bigger shot of it. You can see it pretty clearly. Here's another one, it looks like a devil. He's got two horns and an eye, two eyes right here and a little nose staring. There's Houston right here, eye level. Here's another one, that's like an alien. Two eyes, a mouth. There's another one that's pretty pronounced. Look at that thing. There's a mouth, there's two eyes, and there's Houston, eye level. This has been all week. I've been catching these still photos of the radar. Here's the East Coast. See how clear it is? I only have two dishes that way now because Pegasus is over there on that hurricane. But even with those two dishes that I have on it, Griffin and Icarus, look how clear it is all the way now. It looks like a wing. Looks like a big wing going this way. It's all clear, and these storms